What's going on, everybody? This is dkdynamite, and tonight we're going to be talking about how to unlock the GRAVEMARK Revolver in Black Ops 6, all rewards from the Operation Hellride event, plus even more. Definitely stay tuned. Now, I wasn't able to do a podcast today. Material wouldn't have been all that great since it was kind of an uneventful week. Nothing big really happened with Season 5 Reloaded, but I'm sure material will be great for next week's episode following the full reveal of Black Ops 7 Zombies. We'll get back to that in a separate video, but in the background we got some gameplay of the new Deadline LTM that just got added onto Verdansk. I was actually under the impression that you would see bots in place of players within this mode, but it's even better than that. It's all real enemies you're going up against, but you will see AI spawning in, kind of like DMZ in a way. These are bots that don't take the place of actual players on certain squads, but could be used to accumulate double the score, as you do need to place as high as possible to prevent yourself from being eliminated at the collapse of each new circle. Now, it looks like with the upcoming Code Bowl tournament following COD Next, that'll be September the 30th, there'll be a blueprint we can go ahead and earn for the AMES. Gameplay already surfaced online of what that blueprint looks like, and it just makes sense that that leaked out considering COD Next and the Black Ops 7 beta will be taking place during the duration of Season 5 for BO6, so any rewards for BO6 are likely already in the game's files and have already been leaked out over on Twitter. And I'll keep you guys in the loop if any other viewership rewards or other goodies do get revealed in the coming weeks. Now, as we'll get into in a separate video as well, it looks like not too much actually leaked from the mid-Season 5 update, which is quite surprising, whether it's about Season 6, Black Ops 7, so it was a pretty small update that got downloaded a couple of days ago, but Reality UK on Twitter did report on 2 upcoming double XP events that we'll be seeing from now and up until Season 6. We have one starting on the 12th of September, lasting until the 15th, and another one from the 25th of September until the 29th. Right in time and right before the COD Next broadcast, so take advantage of this if you're still trying to maybe manage to hit level 1000 before Black Ops 7 comes out in the next couple of months. According to Reality, this will also include double Gobblegum earn rates, which I think that's huge as far as just stockpiling as many as you can, as Gobblegums are still going to carry forward into BO7 day 1. But something I was trying to check out right when the midseason began is what the Revolver actually feels like in the firing range in a private match, and even what the new Camo challenges are for some of the exclusive special camos that come with the weapon. For whatever reason, and I believe for the first time ever, the new DLC weapon is just not available for use in private matches. Now, this has been something that I think we've been able to play around with since at least, Modern Warfare 2, maybe even a bunch of Call of Duties before that, where if a weapon does end up getting added to the files, and even if it doesn't release for another couple of weeks till an event starts, you'd still be able to try it out in a private match. Not publicly, but for some reason the GRAVEMARK just isn't there in the pistol selection menu. It's not under specials. It isn't anywhere to be found. So I'm not sure if that means a hotfix or some other content drop has to get downloaded before the beginning of the Hellride event so that we can actually play around with the pistol. Or maybe they figured out a way to say, hey, if an event isn't starting for a couple of weeks, we're going to make sure there is no trace of any of the rewards via private matches, via any preview in the menus. Not sure what happened there, but as of right now, for those that were unaware, the GRAVEMARK Revolver is already ground loot when playing Verdansk and even Rebirth. So if you want to get a head start with leveling up this weapon, getting some early camo challenges done, if you can manage to find this, then take advantage of it while it is still ground loot. Now, I think something Black Ops 7 should definitely improve on is time-gated gameplay items or weapons or upgrades, especially when those items are already usable in other modes or are usable somehow before events even begin. I'm not even fully against events that have DLC weapons in them, but in this case here, I'm not sure why it would be wrong to at least be able to try out the Revolver in a private match before the event begins in a couple of weeks. But Reality UK did post the camo challenges over on Twitter. So starting off with the multiplayer camo challenges, we have Amber Steepus. It says get 50 kills while moving with the GRAVEMARK Revolver. That's going to be your first challenge. And your second is for a camo called Snowblind. It says get 30 hipfire kills with the GRAVEMARK as well. But over in Zombies, we have the Quartz camo. It says get 300 point-blank kills while using the GRAVEMARK, followed by the second camo, which is going to be known as Sand. You have to get 10 Mangler eliminations while using this pistol. But jumping into Warzone, these are the other camo challenges. We have get 5 kills shortly after swapping weapons to the GRAVEMARK. And then the next camo is going to be Cloud. They want you to get 5 kills against a player that recently damaged you. So again, in case you guys weren't aware, every new DLC weapon that does come out comes with a bunch of special camos for each game mode. And once you unlock those special camos, they'll be used universally for any other weapon inside of Black Ops 6. But no, for those that were wondering, there aren't any snake shot ammunition upgrades that you can add to the Gravemark, so it won't be like the Modern Warfare days or even some of the Warzone 1 era where snake shots absolutely dominate the meta in any match of BR or Resurgence. There's already some gameplay online of this weapon being used against armored enemies in Warzone, armored dummies in the firing range. I'm sure it'll also be pretty unique over in Zombies when you pack-a-punch it. Always great to see what the capabilities are, especially in Zombies. But in case you guys were also confused if whether or not dual wield was supported on the Revolver, yes, you could dual wield the Gravemarks, and I'm sure upcoming bundles that feature blueprints for this weapon will also just come with dual wield right off rip, so you don't have to level up and actually unlock that capability. But there are some bundles coming out that do feature some blueprints for this weapon, so in case you guys don't end up beating this event, or in case you guys don't want to do any challenges to get the Gravemark, if you buy a bundle featuring this weapon, you'll just get an instant unlock for the base and blueprint of the Gravemark itself. So here's where things get interesting. So unfortunately, we're going to have to wait another couple of weeks before we can actually unlock the Gravemark Revolver, officially at least. So unless a bundle comes out before September 18th, we're going to have to wait until that day for Operation Hellrite to begin, which is also a very different event from what we've seen in the past. The format, at least, is something that we've never really seen, at least in Black Ops 6. And this format does require you to complete one tile of challenges at a time before moving on to the next. So on each tile, there'll be an objective for multiplayer, Warzone, and Zombies. You only have to do one to finish that tile, but unfortunately, as of right now, we're not able to see what any of the other challenges are past the very first tile. Unless they leak out from one of the data miners on Twitter, then I'm gonna have to wait until the launch of this event to actually update the detonated article with what all the challenges are, and I'll probably make a follow-up short going over the fastest and easiest challenges to go ahead and get this done to unlock the Gravemark. Typically, if an event leaks out early, we know all the challenges, I'll be able to make a full guide kind of running through each of the tiles, letting you guys know which ones you can skip, which ones you can do the fastest. Right now, our hands are kind of tied as far as what we could cover with this event. So on the first tile to get an emblem, your first multiplayer objective is to win 3 matches, or over in Zombies, you could just survive 25 total rounds while playing the Reckoning, and in Warzone, you can choose to earn a Battle Royale top 10 finish or a Resurgence top 5 finish 3 different times. I can tell you already, Zombie is probably the easiest way to get that first tile done, but this is one of those double reward tiles where you'll also get a Gobblegum pack for having done one of those objectives I just mentioned. Some of the tiles in some of the events we've seen in BO6 often do offer up to 2 rewards for just doing one challenge. But along the way, you'll see other rewards like a calling card, a finishing move, a weapon charm there. We also have a blueprint for the GPR 91, which also comes with a Black Cell variant. So if you own Black Cell Season 5, you'll be able to get these exclusive event rewards. But if you don't, it's alright, you still get the base version of this blueprint and every other free reward that you could see in this tab. On top of that, we also have a brand new operator skin for Maya called Pro for Hire. There isn't a Black Cell variant of the operator, but yep, I guess you can add this to the collection of the 30 other skins that Maya currently has in this game. Of course, unfortunate for the Maya fans out there who won't be able to carry forward any of these skins into BO7, but once you've completed all 6 tiles, so at least one objective per tile, you'll end up unlocking the base version of the Gravemark Revolver, and if you own Black Cell this season, you'll get an exclusive blueprint. Sadly, unlike previous events, you're not going to be able to get a free blueprint for the Gravemark at all. There's only a Black Cell skin featured in this event, nothing else. But as I mentioned earlier, there'll be other bundles that end up releasing throughout this season if you're interested that do feature blueprints for the Gravemark, but do keep in mind when buying MTX for the remainder of BO6's cycle that none of these cosmetics will carry over into BO7 multiplayer or Zombies, but still could be used in Black Ops 7 Warzone. I did see a lot of comments saying that Season 5 Reloaded feels like the smallest content drop we've seen in years. I mean, mentally, at least for me, I'll always give Season 5 Reloaded a bit of a pass since during the duration of the mid-Season 5 update anyway, there's going to be plenty of marketing for the next Call of Duty, the upcoming beta. So I'm just hoping that anything left they have in store for BO6 just gets saved for the launch window of Season 6 to end this game cycle off on a bang. Since, as I said before, we're going to be pretty busy with Black Ops 7 the next couple of weeks anyway, that I'm not too concerned about some of the last-minute updates here for Season 5. But regardless, because Treyarch won't have to worry about another Call of Duty for another couple of years, that just means that for the live seasons of BO7, we'll probably end up seeing stronger content drops across the board, and probably more weapons than ever before, especially for the lack of carry forward within the next COD. But that is about it. This has been dkdynamite. Leave your thoughts down below in the comment section. What are your thoughts on the Operation Hellrite event, the Gravemark Revolver, the early gameplay, plus everything else we discussed? As I mentioned earlier, I'll be doing a follow-up video to this event once we either learn what all the challenges are, or when the event actually starts, so I can help you guys out with getting this event done in the quickest time possible. With that being said, really hope you've enjoyed, and peace out, everybody.